Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver. Hey guys, Bix Weir. Let's talk silver really quickly. Found out a little more information on just how much the U.S. Mint is involved in silver manipulation. I've been screaming about it for a long time. Ed Moy was the ridiculous guy running the U.S. Mint at the time of the J.P. Morgan rigging operation that went on from 2008 until 2016. It's still going on. Let's be honest about it. I know the Department of Justice doesn't want to be honest about it. The CFTC doesn't want to be honest about it. J.P. Morgan was issued the largest fine in commodity history, $982 billion or $1 million, and yet they were allowed to continue to trade in these markets. They weren't allowed to continue to be short. They were only allowed to control the inventories. So JP Morgan has over half of all silver inventories. Remember when the Hunt brothers tried to corner the silver market, they controlled, it was about 100 million ounces, physical ounces. JP Morgan controls, owns, leases over, over 1 billion. 1.2 billion, according to Ted Butler, around there. And he doesn't just make this up. You can get it in the data. It's all in the data from the COMEX and the CFTC. And they were an authorized participant of the U.S. Mint program. They were the ones taking all the U.S. Eagles. Did they melt them down into 1,000-ounce bars for COMEX delivery? They could have. Complete waste of money, waste of time. But if you're doing it for the U.S. government, you don't care about money. You don't care about time. You care about controlling the price. And that's where we are. But I do think we're about to break free to a point. The manipulators are going to have to let something go, and they don't want to, but they're going to have to do it. I mean, first of all, I feel sick looking at Hillary and Bill on this. I don't know where that ad came from. Anyway, silver right now is being held under $30. It's been held under $30 for a while here. Let's take a look at the 20. This is how long I've been in the silver market, 20 years plus. I started in the 1990s. But you can see that the rigging of the silver price continues. $30 is a big number because of what went on with the Bear Stearns short position taken over by J.P. Morgan. J.P. Morgan doing tens of thousands of spoofing trades during the time that we were all screaming to the CFTC, stop this, stop this, stop this. We even named who it was. We showed them how it was done. 2 investigations. It's not that they couldn't figure it out. They run cover for the criminals. Or they themselves are supporting the U.S. government, who is the criminal. And I hope everybody understands that. It has gotten completely out of hand, by the way. Volumes, it's all about volumes. At the end of the day, COT reports, I don't really care all that much about. Why? Because that's not where the price is determined. That shows you at the end of the day where the criminals are. There's 8 shorts that are short 400 million ounces for no good reason at all. One of those shorts just happens to be the U.S. Mint, which I'll get to in a second. But here we are setting $30 as a big number, and after that, I don't know what will happen. I do know on the road to Ruta, we're going to stop giving away the silver Ruta coins, so make sure you sign up before that. But here's what I want to show you. The last time there was an attempt by the good guys to take out the bad guys, it was done right here. At the end of January, beginning of February. February is not a silver delivery month. It was not a silver delivery month because March was. Let me make sure I got that right. Something seems off about that. What, Bix? You got something wrong again? Let's see. Expiration calendars. I can tell you where. There's so many places to go in this damn thing. Let's take a look at settlements. Yeah, March. So March was the silver delivery month. May, okay, yeah. So it was kind of out of the blue that this happened. The jump from $25 to almost breaking that $30 mark. Got up to $29.50, and everybody said, oh, it's the Reddit guys. It wasn't the Reddit guys. That's just, it wasn't. They're not even in the COMEX. This was the good guys. They could have taken them out, but as we heard, the head of the CFTC said we had to tamp down the silver price right here. So this is the CFTC working with the CME, self-regulated entity. That's the COMEX. Self-regulated entity means they're rigging their own markets. They should no longer be a self-regulated entity, working with the Federal Reserve, who oversees the banks who do this tamping down. Anyway, that's what happened during, and everybody said, oh, it's the Reddit guys. It wasn't the Reddit guys. This was the good guys. When is the next opportunity to do this? I think it's the end of the month. Yes, July of last year was the largest delivery month ever. I think 85 million ounces. I see something bigger coming for this July. Will it happen? We'll find out soon enough. You look at the volumes, how much is the open interest right now with 18 trading days left? We're at 132,000 contracts open interest for July. 132,000 contracts is what? 670 million ounces. Remember, the largest ever is 85 million. So right now, the current open interest, yes, they knock it down and they roll over their contracts according to Jeffrey Christian. There is no viable, no technical, no economic reason to trade 500 million ounces of silver every single day on the COMEX. These are all, this is a 400, what's that? Let's see, 82, that's a 450 yesterday. Pretty boring day in silver, right? Well, 452 million ounces traded on the COMEX, the futures and options. Why? Because they can. It's unlimited. This could be 450 trillion. It does not matter. It's all about control. And who is it that's trading all these? No, it's not the wide, as Jeffrey Christian says, a wide spectrum of people participate in this market. No, that is not true. It's not true even according to their data. The COT numbers, the top 8 control all of it, and they're the ones trading. The criminal bankers, JP Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America, all run by Virtu Financial. Virtu Financial, the electronic trading firm run by Vinny Viola, the mafia of the stock market, and the bond market, and the commodity markets. Went, 3 years without a losing trade, which is technically impossible. Unless you're a criminal. If you're a criminal, of course you can do it. Any amount. They can throw any amount with the Exchange Stabilization Fund, any amount of silver at these markets. They can make silver go to negative 40, just like they did with oil. That's why you have to get your physical silver in your own possession, stand back, and let this system implode. So that's where we are. So I do think the next run at it, as you can see, the only people really delivering real metal these days, this isn't a delivery month, but in June, JP Morgan delivers 2,000 contracts, which is what, 10 million ounces. And the entire, out of all the thousands of participants, there was only 2,444. So JP Morgan is delivering the vast majority of physical silver left. It is rumored that JP Morgan's the only one left with physical silver of the banking cabal. Does that mean they're weak? Does that mean they can be taken out? Probably. But who will benefit the most? JP Morgan, of course, because they have all that physical. And oh, by the way, they also leased massive amounts of metal so that B of A and Morgan Stanley and Scotia and Citibank can continue the rigging operations. Now, people saying, oh, Bix, the end of June, we have the Basel III implementation, which will end all rigging of gold and silver. No. It'll take the banks out, maybe, but then it'll just pass on to the hedge funds. We need to shut down the COMEX. We need to stop this bullshit, 500 million ounces trading every day. We need justifiable reasons for entities and companies to dump massive amounts of sale contracts onto the market other than manipulation. What is the reason? What is the viable meaning and purpose of these trades? There isn't any. As Jeffrey Christian loves to say, gold and silver trade differently than other markets. They trade 100 times the underlying asset. Well, why? Other than manipulation, there is no reason. It is not that there's thousands of speculators out there. That's not the reason. It's because a handful, a tiny handful, less than 8 speculators out there make up 99% of these trades because it's market rigging. You want to find out who's doing it? Talk to Vinny Viola. Vinny Viola. Anyway, so that's, okay, you've heard this before. I want to show you something that I was just tooling around on the U.S. Mint website because I know the U.S. Mint is involved in the hedging, in the manipulation of the price of silver, and I think it's wrong. They have shut down the Silver Eagle program. They've shut down all the minting programs at a time when people, retail investors, are begging for it. Premiums are over $10 an ounce on Silver Eagles. That's insane. And it's illegal. Now, the only way they can do that is if Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, tells this dude, let's get him. Where is he? There he is, David Ryder. He's the new head. He's not new. I think he came on last year. He's the head of the U.S. Mint. He's watching this video right now. David, I'm sorry about Jenny's reading of your psyche in your face. She didn't mean it. But you're rigging the silver market, and she knows you're screwed up because of that. She saw it instantly. You're getting pulled in 2 different directions. And she was right. And she said, you're being influenced by a woman entity. She didn't know who you were. I didn't tell her your name. You want to hear what Jenny said? This is on the Private Road reading a couple weeks ago. This is about David Ryder. All I did was hold up that picture of David Ryder.
Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, Princess of Wands, the Lovers, and the Star. All right, so what I will say is he does appear to be a solutions-based person. He may have a very an in-depth understanding. There's an in-depth understanding of the mechanisms. He understands mechanisms, systems better than most people. There's somebody close to him that controls like half of his psyche. That's one thing I'm getting very, very strong. There is literally some energy, a female in like half of his, like one part of the hemisphere of the brain that controls a lot of decision making. And honestly, like that kind of explains where he's like at war. It's like he's being controlled, but he's trying to fight it. I feel so bad right now because these cards actually look good and I feel bad, but that's so typical of me. He may actually be working on some kind of solution for the marriage. I know this is going to sound weird, but take a shot. But the marriage between 2 systems, he is trying to, for better or for worse, conjoin 2 entities, 2 parties right now. But it's so weird because that's what it looked like he was doing inside his body, and that's why his face is like this. I'm sorry, Bix.
No, you're awesome. You're on it. Keep going.
I gotta show you the picture again. She nailed it. His face does look a little contorted. But you got Jenny. Jenny had no idea who this guy was. I just held up the picture. Yes, he is torn between 2 entities. One, he's got Janet Yellen saying, "Stop it. Stop giving away silver. Freeze. Stop now." And he's got another entity saying, "This is the future of the money of the United States. We got to prepare for this." That's why they're changing the Silver Eagles and the Gold Eagles to make them anti-counterfeitable. Go check out the rest of this reading. She did an amazing job. I have no idea how it happens, how she does it. She also looks into Tom Brady's company Autograph through a backdoor channel. And yes, it is going to be theta. Ooh.
All right, it's time to have a little fun with our friends on the COMEX. This song goes out to that big old gigantic naked short out there. You know who you are. It's kind of lonely at the top, ain't it? I thought I heard the people say, "Pay me my silver now. Tomorrow's another trading day. But pay me my silver now. Watching the COMEX prices rise. Pay me my silver now. JP Morgan naked shows the highs. Pay me my silver now. Pay me Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. CFTC, you better shut it down. Pay me my silver now. There's people rising up in every town. Pay me my silver now. The Gatta boys are in the know. Pay me my silver now. Tinfoil hats at the silver show. Pay me my silver now. Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. Butler nails you every time you try. Pay me my silver now. The BPS shows how much you lie. Pay me my silver now. The game is done when the silver's gone. Pay me my silver now. COMEX metal in the warehouse, none. Pay me my silver now. Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. The banking boys melt that witch. Pay me my silver now. Deliver those bars and melt that bitch. Pay me my silver now. Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. 'Cause now is the time to free our land. Pay me my silver now. Silver in my pocket, paper in the can. Pay me my silver now. Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.